So I did one of the most dumbest things in my life. I knew where he had money hid a duffel bag in a hiding place that he never went to. And I went there and there was like 800,000 in there. And instead of taking my three and just leaving, I decided to take it all and fuel all these businesses and stuff I had on the street. It's crazy because over the years, my grandfather used to always say, and my dad's dad, you know, money is your dad's God. He don't care about nothing but money. You touch his money, you're messing with his God. I know my dad's a killer, and instead of putting the money back, I took it all, kept it. Instead of going out west, I stayed, bought a house in the neighborhood. I was actually being a little bit careless and almost being like a Spock Cohen, a big shot, you know, with the money. Things were going good, making money. I got some restaurants. He's not coming around, and all I'm thinking is, he knows that money's gone by now. He knows I earned it. So instead of putting it back and leaving with the rest, kept it all and stayed in the neighborhood. One day the doorbell rang and it was my dad. And, you know, oh no, does he know about money? Long story short, it sounded like he was in a good mood. There's no way he can know about the money. I put the key in the security screen door, opened the door to let him in. He drags me out the door. My brother's in the background. He's got tears in his eyes. Oh man, this ain't good. He goes, you took my money. I want my money. Dad, you know, a lot of that was mine. No, you know what? It's all mine now. I want it all back. I've been watching you. I know about your businesses and everything. I own your restaurants. I own everything. He says, matter of fact, I own your wife, your kids, your house, and you. Pour to me 3 times a day. I thought that was the end of my life there.
Wow.
And, yeah, and then, you know, I tried getting this money back as quick as I could, and I'm doing a good job of it. And all I'm hoping for is, you know, unconditional love. My plan was to get him all this money back and pay him at the restaurant extortion money. That's basically what it was. I'll give you a check every week, every month, okay, in your name so you can show income. And that's my gift to you every month. Just leave me alone. Let me run my businesses and stay out of that life. That's all I was hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
Got him pretty much paid off. One day he called, son, it's about time. Let's talk. Why don't you meet me by the park? We'll go for coffee. I was so excited. I was elated. Finally, I get over there. We're hugging it out. We're talking. We're laughing. My dad is probably the nicest I've ever seen. He goes, well, come on, let's go for coffee. We'll take my truck. I hop in his truck. We're driving. We're laughing. We're talking about some funny stories that I was telling him because I hadn't seen him for a little bit. And he goes, hey, you got your key for the garage? I want to stop there real quick. I go, yeah. He goes, all right, come on. It was a work garage. It was kept stuff that was illegal, whether it was cars, weapons, anything that wasn't in our name. He goes, come on, let's go. So I walk with him, we're talking, laughing, and I go open the door and I go in first. I hear the door slam. I hear some shuffling. I turn around. He's got me by the neck. He's got a gun in my face. He says, I've tried controlling you. You're uncontrollable. Oh, no, I just got set up. Anybody thinks they can't get set up, I'm telling you. They always say somebody close who's closer than my dad. He goes, you know, you're scary. You ain't got no fear. I'd rather have you dead than you keep disobeying me. Oh, no, he's going to kill me. My kids are going to grow up. They're not going to know where their dad is. They're never going to find the body. Excuse me. I started using trigger words. I was crying. I was grabbing him, trying to hug him, stay close, not break eye contact. Dad, I'm your son. I've been paying you. What's going on here? Did something happen? Please, my kids, don't do this to me. I'm sorry, Adrian. I got to take a drink of water. I have a little tickle in my throat.
Good, man. Go ahead.
Anyways, I got out of that garage, and I never thought I was going to, because my dad was the kind of man that never said, don't ever threaten somebody with a gun and not follow through with it. It'll come back to haunt you, I guarantee.
So what made him let you go?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I can honestly tell you. I don't know if something came over him, if he wasn't sure, but he was mad. He was mad. And
he never told you what for?
Yeah, he couldn't control me.
So that was it. That was the.
It was building up. I mean, it started with little stuff. So I had my mother at the restaurant. She liked working at the restaurant a little bit, and he got mad that I put her at the restaurant, but she liked to be there. He got mad that I was paying her money, that I should be giving it to him instead. And one day I took off to spend some time with my kids because I had to answer to him 3 times a day. So I had my mother lie for me, and he found out. And that was the final straw. You got your mother lying for me. You ain't listening to me. he knew I didn't want to be around him, and he just had a bad day that day, I guess.
And
And it was in his mind because he used to talk about another union official that killed his son. And he said, he always used to say, he says, if my sons ain't going to listen, I'd rather lock them up on a pole in the basement and feed them 3 times a day. And then I know where they're at, or kill them. Kill them. He was big on this. If you just don't, you disrespect me. If you said no to him, a lot of times he felt that you were disrespecting him. It was his way, and that was it. It was hard to convince him. He was very stubborn like that. So, I went back and got that gun. It was a little snub-nosed 38, carried it in my pocket. I walked around every day. I couldn't believe it.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip. This clip came from one of my interviews I did in the past. Please hit subscribe if you want to get more clips like this. Also, if you want to watch the full interview, I'll put a link in the description. Or you can hit the button on the screen to watch the full interview.